Welcome to Drama Review with Haiti Channel. Yellowstone seems to have come to an end, but this doesn't necessarily mean we're ready to say goodbye to the series. Let's be real, while the supposed finale gave us plenty to think about, it was far from satisfactory. Thankfully, the showrunners seem to agree, and they've decided to continue the franchise with a brand new spin-off series that will essentially act as Yellowstone Season 6. And guess what? The leading characters will be our absolute fan favorite duo, Beth and Rip. So without further ado, let's talk about it. As many of you know, the Yellowstone finale witnessed the Duttons losing the ranch for good. The Yellowstone Ranch has been the backbone of the series, a symbol of family, sacrifice, and survival. Watching it sold off to the reservation was a lot to process. On one hand, Thomas Rainwater's tears when the land returned to Native American ownership felt like a bittersweet victory. On the other hand, seeing the iconic Yellowstone banner come down felt like closing the book on an entire era. And yes, I'm still trying to process it. For Beth and Rip, however, this loss meant one thing. It was finally time to move on. They're leaving Montana behind and starting over on a new ranch. And yes, it's confirmed that Yellowstone Season 6 will take the form of a brand new sequel, with Beth and Rip leading the series. I, for one, can't wait. To be honest, the finale's wrap-up felt pretty rushed. One minute they're dealing with Jamie, and the next, they're riding off to a new life. There wasn't much time to process or absorb these events, but perhaps that's because the real focus is on what's next for them. How did you feel about all this? Did it seem like the right ending? Or was it way too rushed? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk specifically about Rip and why it matters that he gets a spin-off. For a character who has always been the enforcer and protector of the Dutton family, his quiet demeanor in the finale felt strange, to say the least. Feel free to disagree, but I have to ask, where was the fire we've seen in him before? He didn't have a big reaction to John's death or Jamie's murder, which felt odd considering how loyal and passionate he's always been. Instead, Rip seemed to follow Beth's lead without truly impacting the storyline or events. He felt more like a tool for Beth than an independent character, and honestly, I hated to see that. But hear me out. What if that's the point? Rip's quieter role in the finale might have been intentional, setting him up for something bigger. By stepping away from the chaos of the Dutton family, Rip finally has a chance to build something his way. Leading a new ranch means we could see a whole new side of him, a leader, a builder, and perhaps someone searching for peace. Do you think Rip's quiet finale was meant to set him up for this? Let me know your thoughts. Beth, on the other hand, remains one of the most intense and unpredictable characters on the show. Her final confrontation with Jamie delivered all the drama we've come to expect. Yes, it felt rushed, but it was still a fitting culmination of their toxic relationship. However, even this storyline felt incomplete. For instance, what happened to Jamie's son? In Season 4, Beth made it clear she wanted to erase Jamie's entire legacy. So why didn't she mention his child in the finale? That doesn't sound like Beth. My guess? The spin-off will revisit this storyline. Jamie's son could easily become a future problem. And let's face it, Beth doesn't let loose ends go. What do you think? Will Jamie's son come back as a major twist in the spin-off? Or was this storyline dropped? Share your theories. If there's one bright spot in Beth and Rip's chaotic lives, it's Carter, who will also be part of the new spin-off alongside the couple. Over the past few seasons, we've watched him grow from a troubled kid into someone who's almost like a son to them. Rip's mentorship and Beth's tough love approach have turned Carter into a key part of their unconventional family. With Carter joining them on their new ranch, this spin-off offers a chance to explore a different side of Beth and Rip. Can Beth, with all her sharp edges, embrace motherhood? Will Rip teach Carter how to run a ranch of his own? There's so much potential to explore what family really means for them. Some of you might think this new show is unnecessary, but here's why I believe Beth and Rip deserve this spin-off. To me, they're the heart and soul of Yellowstone. Through every loss, betrayal, and brutal moment, they've stood by each other. Now they have a clean slate, or as clean as it can get when you're Beth and Rip. Of course, the new show won't be all peaceful. It wouldn't be a proper continuation of the Dutton legacy without drama. For example, remember the detective who told Beth he'd stay in touch after Jamie's death? That feels like a storm waiting to hit. And let's not forget market equities. They've been a thorn in Beth's side for years. I wouldn't be surprised if they come back to cause problems. What do you think will be the biggest challenge for Beth and Rip in the spinoff? Will they finally find peace? Or will it be just as wild as Yellowstone? I can't wait to hear your thoughts. For more weekly updates on the Yellowstone franchise, make sure to like and follow. Meanwhile, check out the video on the screen, it might interest you.